Thank you so much for joining us.
This is very exciting to see so many people turn up for our first general body meeting of the year. Really appreciate the presence of all the college students that are here today from U of H. Do we have any Rice University students by any chance? I met a few of you. A lot of you are new to SHPE. You have heard of SHPE, but you've never been to an event, so really appreciate your presence here. If you want to find out more about SHPE, be sure to ask to be signed into the newsletter distribution list, and we will do that, and you will get all our notifications. Also, find us on Facebook, and you will definitely find out a lot more about SHPE there. Okay, so today we're already running late, but we'll try to catch up as we go along. The main purpose of today is really to share with you some of the visions that the Galleria Houston board for 2017-2018 have for the year, and it's aligned with SHPE National's vision and objectives for how we're going to move forward. So we're going to talk about chapter business for a little bit, for a good chunk of the time that we're here today. And then towards the end, we're going to spend 30 minutes talking about how we can become more inspiring, motivating, and empowering, and why that's important. And to do that, we have here today Ms. Vilma Pardo, who's going to lead us on that discussion. And so we'll start with a quick entry survey at the beginning of the discussion, and then we're going to end with an exit survey, and we're going to capture that on this board right here. So before we get started, I'd like to welcome Kush and Stanley, who are going to give us a welcome introduction.
Okay, so my name is Hank, so buenas noches, right?
Yes.
Buenas noches, me llamo Stanley Kazibwe, yo soy de Africa, este es Uganda. I forgot how to say welcome here. How do you say welcome?
Bienvenidos.
1 minute, bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. But no, my name is Stanley, and I'm happy to have the pleasure of being the Diversity Advisory Chair for Bechtel Gas and Chemicals. And so on behalf of Bechtel and my amazing colleagues there, Bert, Beck, Moni, Javier, Hector, who are really the ones, and of course we worked with tandem with SHPE to organize this. I had the pleasure of going to SHPE conference last year in Seattle. Always been passionate about anything to do with diversity and inclusion. And so glad to have you here, and looking forward to supporting continuously any way I can. And so again, on behalf of my colleagues in Bechtel, we welcome you. Have a great evening. Looking forward to hearing great events. I actually have to step out and go to a NESB advisory conference, so I happen to serve in 2 capacities. I could have split myself up. We don't have any smart engineers to figure that out yet, so. With that being said, have a great evening, and then turn over to the real brains behind our this evening. Oh, thank you.
So thank you, Stanley. Real brains. We'll take that with a grain of salt, please. I'm one of those engineers that he's probably talking about. But honestly, I'm really proud that a lot of you students are joining SHPE here tonight. And I think you guys should continue to join events like this throughout your educational career. And I'm saying that from a place that's called innovation. So I personally work on our corporate innovation team. And a lot of people here at Bechtel, and I think as well as like Chevron, Jacobs, a lot of us sometimes forget that innovation isn't just on like physical products or a lot of things that you see today like software and things like that, but it's also on how you think and how you actually act in the real world. And a big part of innovation and having an innovative mindset from at least our group is a very diverse thinking set, right? So how do you get a very diverse thinking set? You have a very diverse set of population, right? And just speaking with people like Miguel today, we need to encourage diversity in our workforce, diversity in a lot of various student organizations, and this is a very perfect one. I'm very happy that you guys are here at the Bechtel campus today to get a chance to get to know what some of us are doing and to get to know some of the other presentations that we're going to go through. And again, I want to say that I'm very proud that all you guys are joining us today from the student population. And you guys should continue to do this in the mindset that diversity is very important as you grow throughout your college career. And it's very valued, in the workforce as you come up. So thank you for being here again. And if you have any questions, please come see me in the back, and I'll be happy to talk your ear off. So, thank you.
Thank you, Kush. All right, so in advance, I have to apologize in advance because, as you know, we've been very busy over the last week trying to figure things out pre-Harvey, during Harvey, and post-Harvey. So unfortunately, you will see that we're trying to figure out what slide's coming up next because we didn't have time to practice this beforehand. So hey, that's what this is for, right? To practice and become better at impromptu presentations. All right, so I'll first, before we move to this, I'd like to take a quick entry survey. And the way I'm going to do this is just want to briefly maybe get a few people to tell me what you are expecting to get out of today's meeting. So anybody, before I start calling out names. One.
All right, what I expect to get out of this meeting is what we're going to be able to do for our community. What does SHPE really stand for in the aspect of like you mentioned, post-Harvey, how we can contribute.
Okay.
Someone else? He'll catch up.
Yeah, please. I'll just write. Cindy.
I'm a new member, so because I just graduated in May, and I'm very interested to see how a professional chapter is different than a student chapter, and see how what the dynamic is, and I'm excited. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you.
You're still going to be cool, right?
Okay. What's your name?
John.
John, sorry,
Yes.
John.
No worries. Well, I was coming here really wanting to make some new friends.
Awesome.
Great.
That's great.
Guys, John is looking for
Okay, maybe two more. Anything that hasn't been said yet?
So I'm new to this professional chapter 2. I graduated a year ago, so I'm a new professional. So I kind of want to know how maybe professionals who have more experience in the field or that I'm entering in could maybe give me a mentor to kind of show me what is expected, kind of what I can expect down the road in my career.
Excellent.
Oh, the last one, can I ask something? Is there anybody new to the city that maybe want to kind of input on this? No? You're new to the city? Are you new?
No,
Great, so that's great, thank you so much. One more.
How about from someone with that experience that we're looking for from the previous comment?
That's great, some of them.
What's your industry?
Oil and gas?
That's easy. There's a lot of them here, so raise your hand.
What about from, let's see, who can I ask some help on?
I'm here.
I'm looking at, I'm sorry, I already forgot.
I remember my
Adriana,
name, so I
right?
can answer,
Adriana?
yeah. All right. So I've heard a lot about this organization. I'm really curious to know what's in there for, new member, or not new members, but younger people coming out from college, but also some others are, have been around for a little bit. So I want to see what makes people stay in this community and make them be together.
Excellent, thank you so much for sharing that question. Okay, well, let's move on and move forward then. So who are we? Who is SHPE Houston, right? We had a retreat a couple of weeks ago with the entire board. Everybody was able to make it. We went off-site so we could concentrate and really get some work done, and it was very effective. So we came up with this definition. We're basically a network of mentors, role models, and leaders in STEM who are brought together to inspire, motivate, and empower the greater Houston Hispanic community. That's who we are. And our mission is to change lives by empowering the Hispanic community to realize their fullest potential and to impact the world through STEM, awareness, support, access, and development. That's SHPE Houston. And it's SHPE Houston from K through 12 all the way to retirement. So there's a place for you here. We start by engaging, inspiring the kids, and we end by being the ones passing down the torch, passing down the knowledge, so that others can get to wherever it is that you get to before retirement. We want you to show people the way. And that's what you can contribute here as a experienced professional. As well as you're growing in your career, we also provide some programming to help mid-career engineers and STEM professionals to move up to the executive roles, because we want people in those positions to be sponsors and to be the ones showing us the ropes on how to get there. So we definitely want to get people there as well. Any disagreements with who we are? Great. I'm glad we're on board. Okay, so what's in it for you? Why should you join us, right? I told you who we are. What's in it for you? Well, we provide you opportunities to give back, to build a legacy, to build your eulogy, right? It's your eulogy's resume. That's what we give you an opportunity to do. I know it sounds morbid, but think about it. Think about it. And we also want to give opportunities to increase your visibility, because that's important. That's important. If you never know, right? You never know what situation you're going to find yourself, so it's good for people to know you. It's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And so in SHPE Houston, we have various ways that we can do that. We have events. The next point is we help you develop your network, and we provide opportunities to develop bonds with those people that you meet. And we also help you realize the value of your networks, right? The value of our network is we are a source of inspiration, motivation, empowerment, and support. So once we empower you to go do something, right, we're here to catch you if you make a mistake. We're here to support you. So how do we do it? Well, we have a lot of events, we have programming, we have recognitions and awards, and we do this through our partnerships. Social media, we're very active on social media. You probably found out about us through social media. We have a website where we feature an engineer of the month of the quarter on our page. If you go on the page right now, you will see that Morena Redondo, who has been a SHPE Houston board member in the past, very active and an active member, she's on there right now. So we're looking for the next quarter's member. And the way we determine that is based on your participation level and based on your peers' recommendations. And we have other qualifications. For example, the engineer of the year, we award a Young Engineer of the Year in February. We determine that in December. And we give this award at the Engineers Week Committee Young Engineer of the Year luncheon, which happens in February, which is a combination of all the organizations related to engineering in Houston. They get together and they nominate somebody, and everybody awards a Young Engineer of the Year to their organization. So you have a lot of visibility, right? And this gets published in the Houston Business Journal. So you get on the newspaper. So this year I was lucky enough to get awarded that in December for this year. And I got a note from, after I got this, on the day that the newspaper was published, I got an email from a former president in Chevron for upstream, George Kirkland from his iPad saying, hey, congratulations, it makes me really happy to see somebody young and active and a member of our company, to be recognized by the community in that way. And so that was very powerful, right? So this is the kind of opportunities we provide for you in SHPE Houston. Okay. So just so you know, like how do we do this, right? Like we have all these events. This is one of them. We have other events. We have community outreach. How do we organize ourselves? We're not just randomly doing stuff. We have actual national strategies and objectives. The three main goals is for us to recruit, retain, and ensure the success of our members. That's it. That's what we're trying to achieve, really. We want to get you in, we want to keep you in, and we want to make you successful. And it's a whole cycle, because the more we do that, the more we're able to keep people in. It's like a big cycle, right? And we do that through leadership development, programming, professional development programming, which is more of a business savvy, also technical skills. And then we also have an outreach program, so to reach out to K through 12 and to reach out to the community to make us visible in the community. We achieve success of our members as well through student and professional interaction. So we are professionals, and it's very important for us to role model for the students as well as to mentor the students, to show them the ropes, essentially, right? The thing that we're looking for from executive leaders to come to do that for professionals, we're doing for students. And that's why I extend the invitation to the students to come to these meetings, come to any of the meetings that SHPE Houston Professional have, as students are welcome. That's what we're here for. All right, so Board of Directors retreat. I'm gonna hand it over to Daniela, who's gonna give us a little update on how that went.
Sure. So first, with the Board of Directors, please say their name loud and clear and their position, just so the people here know who you are. I know you guys aren't in the picture, but just really quickly.
So I'm Gustavo Garcia. I am the membership director. I work at Jacobs.
I'm Oscar Martinez. I work at Porsche Products. I'm the treasurer.
Miguel Sierra, scholarship coordinator. I work for Liberty Forging.
I'm Hector Lopez, and I'm one of the youth professional development coordinator. I work here at Bechtel.
Karina Lopez, student affairs coordinator.
Miguel Cepeda, I'm SHIP Junior Coordinator, and I just graduated this year.
And I'm Daniela, I'm the Vice President.
I don't think I introduced myself earlier, so I apologize. I'm Ever Hernandez. I am president of SHPE Houston for this year, and I work at Chevron.
Okay, so as he said, we had a retreat about a few weeks back. We all went to a lake house about an hour and a half away from here, so we would have no distractions and just work on, first of all, coming up with our mission, or who SHPE Houston is, like who we are and what our mission is. So we came up with those statements together. We went over some team building activities. We put together our calendar of events for this upcoming year. We put together our budget. We did like a lot of administrative stuff to really shape what we want SHPE Houston to be this 2017-2018 year. So again, all of us were there. It was a really fun time. It was also a time for us to get to know each other as people, not just as professionals and members of SHPE Houston as a board. Just so we would know how to work together and kind of get to know each other in that sense, so we could work better together and make SHPE Houston go even further than it's gone in the past years, because it has been a very successful chapter, so we're hoping for it to be even more successful this year. So there's a board of directors, which we just introduced ourselves. We're missing some, so we're missing our secretary, Vanessa Herrera. She couldn't be here. We're missing Mauro, the social nominations coordinator, Eric, marketing promotions. Galleria, who's our community outreach coordinator. You guys are probably going to be hearing a lot from Galleria because we have a lot of community outreach activities, so when you see that name. I think Peter, webmaster. But everybody else, you guys have just met because we're here.
Okay, so the next part of the session basically is we're going to have each of our board members who are here today kind of talk a little more about themselves as well as on what they're working on that you can be involved in. That way you know who to contact for that particular thing if you find it interesting. I will ask that we keep it brief to the board members because we are running a little late. So I will start. My name is, you know who I am. I'm a subsea facilities engineer with Chevron. I specialize in subsea pump systems. I've been with Chevron for 11 years. I love working at Chevron. I've had lots of great opportunities, not just in terms of job scopes, but also locations and experiences and opportunities in general. Development and work opportunities. So I graduated from the University of Massachusetts Amherst with a degree in civil engineering and a minor in engineering management. Born in El Salvador, I moved to Boston when I was 12 years old. I moved to Texas when I was 22. And so I am a proud Salvadorian American. And so what will I be doing? I think everybody else is going to be doing the bulk of the work, so I'll just let everybody else talk.
He's just here for show.
I'm just here for show. I just looked at
No, he does a lot. He does a ton of work, So I'm the VP and I'm a management consultant at a firm called SunScorp. I've been there for about a year. I graduated from Columbia University with a degree in engineering management systems, which is a really long name for industrial engineering. And I graduated in 2014. So I'm, I think, still like an early career engineer. This is my second job out of school, and I've only been there for a year. So still learning the ropes, still looking for mentors, but I can mentor students. I don't know if I can mentor anybody else. And as VP, also, like, everybody has a more specific role. As VP, it's like supporting evidence, supporting all the other roles, whatever comes. And also, I'm part of the Hispanic, Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as an emerging leader, which we have one here, and Eva is an emerging leader as well. It's another leadership organization. I'm gonna serve as a liaison for that too. So just kind of how we talked about networks, a lot of us are involved in different organizations, so we kind of try to bring our networks together.
And as you noticed at the beginning, she's our meeting efficiency champion.
I'm the gavel, that's what she means.
She keeps us on time. Okay, so Vanessa's not here. Nope, she's not. Everybody was kind of out and about and having difficulty coming today, as you can imagine. So Vanessa Herrera, she works for Emerson. She works as a marketing and sales coordinator. She's our secretary, and because of the different duties, we kind of spread out the work among the board to make sure that everybody has something to do that's significant. So she will be chairing our Greater Houston Community Outreach Committee, which just kicked off it's kicking off on September. It started as an initial discussion with the student chapters, Rice University and SHPE U of H in May, and we all agreed that this was something good to go. So we actioned each other to kind of come up with a charter, and Luisa Espinosa, who graduated in May, has been helping Vanessa with that. And so we're going to be hopefully finalizing the first revision of the charter this Saturday. We're also reaching out to MICE to see if they want to be part of it. We are in discussions with NSBE to see how we can partner on various things. And in the future, once we become as big and powerful as we hope to engage with them as well. For now, I think they're out of our league.
Society of Women Engineers.
Society of Women Engineers. They're powerful. We have to catch up to them. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is Oscar.
That's sweet. So, like it says there, I'm a quality engineer for Forge Products. Forge Products makes raw material suppliers for the oil and gas industry. And I guess the next thing. On sponsorships, we're working really hard on updating the corporate sponsorship packet. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll have it ready and we'll have it uploaded to our webpage, which you see a picture of there. Guys, please help us get the word out on this packet. If you guys know of anybody that's stumbled on some cash or you guys planning on winning the lottery in the next few weeks, keep us in mind. We also created 3 links. The first one is the general fundraising donation link through PayPal, and that helps us support our events or programs for you guys. We also created a Harvey Relief fundraising link, and that's for us to help the Harvey Relief victims, including the ones from our Sept family. We're just in the process of creating a scholarship fundraising link, and that's going to help us give out more scholarships. Last year we were able to give out 3 scholarships, and one was through our member donations and one of our fundraising events. So if you guys know of any of the corporations that would like to partner up with us, please contact me. This is my contact information file.
So the most important thing that you could do for us is be one of our corporate liaisons. The best way to get through a company is to go through somebody that works there, because they will listen to you, whoever. You can figure out who is the right person, and they can send you around until you find a person that has the money or that has the ability to approve some of this stuff. It's difficult to do it unless you have somebody working in a company. So if you want to volunteer to be a corporate liaison, please contact Oscar.
He also keeps us out of trouble with all the accounting and taxes.
Yeah, by the way, we are looking for the next treasurer for next year. Our board positions are limited to 2 years at a time. So Oscar is going on this is his 2nd year. So we're looking for the next treasurer, and it takes a little bit of